The best thing I can say is that if no one knew who you were and no one didn't care about wrestling, they could read the book and they would draw the qualities out of it about a man's story, about a family story. And I think that is, when you can say that, that's the strength of something.
Well, you know, I always wanted to put people in my shoes, and I think in writing this book that it was not only was it like a therapy for me to let it all out and kind of, you know, empty it out of my soul. You know, I just wanted really people that have followed me for a long time, especially in this country, to understand what it was like and to enjoy the ride. I think it's a fun book. I think a lot more fun than people realize.
Let's go back to the Bret Hart in high school. And what were the things, if the family business wasn't there and everything, what were the things that you wanted to do for yourself? What were you into as a teenager?
Well, you know, I always wanted to be a disc jockey. It was up there, maybe the 5 things that I thought myself. I wanted to be a disc jockey until I went to my mom and she goes, "There's no money in that." You know?
She was right. Looking back now, given the time, the film that came out, which the Wrestling with Shadows, or was the other one? Yeah. How much of that now when you look at it, is it catches a period in time, and it'll forever be there? Are the feelings that are harbored in that film still the same feelings today?
Oh yeah, I think it's hard for me to watch it sometimes now because there's so many memories and just those clips, like in every scene, like with my father and the house. I mean, a lot of those things are gone. The Harts don't own the Hart house anymore.
Really?
And with my mom and dad gone, and all the little memories within the family, and also a time when the family was close together. You know, we're not as close as we used to be.
So when did the transition happen from, in your eyes? Is there a moment? And there's so many incidents in your life, but from what you saw growing up as the family business, and the characters that were in it, and the quality that they had as humans, and the ability to see the difference from onstage and backstage, to when the money and the ego and the people believing their own hype. Can you pinpoint a moment when it happened that it all went down the toilet from that original sincereness?
I think when I really felt that it really fell apart and was never the same was in Montreal after the Survivor Series. And even in my own way, even the documentary, The Wrestling with Shadows,
right, opened
up a window that people never saw before. And it was around that same time that wrestling fans were getting so clued in on the internet that they knew what was going on before the wrestlers did. And I think that was a big reason why the business changed.
And you know, and that whole period with your family, and this is, I mean this in the most sincere way, and I hope you take it in the way, but you can almost parallel it in Canadian sport. Your family's like the Kennedys, the first family of something, and so much glory and so much tragedy.
Well, I guess we should be glad that we didn't get shot.
After a lifetime of devotion to sharing yourself and your body and your mind, it is wonderful to see that as we sit here on October 23rd, 2007, you have sound health, sound body, sound mind. You've written a wonderful book, and you'll continue to be an inspiration to people in all walks of life. And I thank you for taking time with us today.
My pleasure being here. And I hope
Bret Hart.